All right, so we saw the story of a young man who came out a few days ago to talk about him being, not going to live beyond the age of 40. And some people feel like he's just catching cruise, he's just making content, he's trying to go viral. While some people believe the story, I'm not sure I know where I stand, whether I believe the story or he's doing it for whatever reason. But this is my point. This is what I want to say about that. Even if he's not, he's doing it for content, let's assume. But the truth is that there are young people and there are people who have dabbled into some of these things. He's claiming that the reason he's not going to live beyond the age of 40 is because he has decided not to, use anybody for his own gain. So that is what he's trying to say. Um, so it means that the more heartless ones than him use people. And we've seen so many of these situations of, girls using their mothers and all of that. And you know, somebody will say, oh, it's poverty that's pushed one. And let me tell you, somebody used to say that it's like it's inspiration to say, I came from a poor background in a country like Nigeria. It is like a normal thing. Everybody who is striving and trying in one way or the other, if you go and check their story, 95% of them will tell you, I'm coming from a poor background. It's almost like it's almost like it's what is part of us, unfortunately. And that's why some of us work over time so that our children would have a different story, right? But this is what I'm saying. A lot of us are coming from difficult backgrounds. And I'm not even going to lie because me, I saw poverty one on one. I saw poverty. Like poverty was crystal clear to me. I knew the color of poverty. That is how much I saw poverty. If I were to go into it, it was bad. Where 3 days like this, hey, Gary is a blessing. We used to fast too. You are so poor that the hunger you just convert it to prayer and fasting. That kind of thing. I've seen poverty to its core, and I understand the pressure that it can be. So when you don't have a strong will going for you, when you don't have hope, a lot of times the reason why people will go through a process is because of hope. Just the hope of this is what is in front of me, right? This is the glory that is waiting in front of me. If I am able to go through this process, I will see this glory. I will attain this glory. When they don't have that hope, when the future is looking bleak, is not looking like anything, is looking blurry, they will delve into all manner of things. And in exchange, because this life is not guaranteed, because this life is not permanent, because this earth is so temporal, you end up selling eternity for temporal. That is what then happens. You exchange what is so temporal, what is such a temporal life, for what? For the eternity that is out there. You like it or not, there's an eternity. We did not just fall from the sky. Something created us, and that thing, what created us, which in my belief and in my knowing is God, is that we are going to go one day and go back to that place where we are coming from. We are going to go back. We are going to go and give account. We want, no matter how we want to sugarcoat this, and you live in the generation where, oh no, I don't believe it. My dear, you did not just fall from the sky, or you did not evolve from ape, like science has made us or try to teach us. It is not ape. Because even that ape, something created ape. Somebody created ape. A spirit created ape. God created ape. So even if we came from ape, what is also the foundation of ape? Then let us now look for that foundation of the foundation of ape. Where's the wisdom in that? We cannot keep exchanging temporal for permanent. You know why I keep saying this? Because the next second is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. The next year is not guaranteed. There's no guarantee you will live for 100 years. So please, and please, we need to do better. I saw a video of the story. The story goes that on the 4th of March, a priest, um, a priest was, how do I say this now? A Catholic priest who lives in the parish. I think he's an Igbo man who is a priest in one of the dioceses of the Catholic Church in Kaduna State. This priest lives with, or lives in, I don't know whether it's like a twin flat or something. They seem to live in, the same apartment or all of that, with the keyboardist of the Catholic Church. Now, this keyboardist said he needed 200,000 naira. Listen to how ridiculous this story is. He needed 200,000 naira. In dollars, how much would that be? It's like 120 or $130. God. That is what this person needed. And because he needed this amount of money, he calls a group of guys, his friends or whatever, plans with them that they should kidnap this Catholic priest. This happened on the 4th of March 2025. That they should kidnap this Catholic priest. And when they kidnap him, they should call and ask for ransom from the church, believing that the Catholic Church was going to pay, the ransom. I believe what they want, whatever amount they wanted to ask for, was going to be more than the 200,000, clearly. But what he said he needed, and the reason why he was motivated to do this, was because he needed 200,000. Now, the people go through with the job, kidnap this Catholic priest, because he gave them, all the informations of the ins and outs of the Catholic priest. So they kidnap him, and according to them, something went wrong. I think the priest recognized one of them that very night that he was kidnapped. So 13 hours later, after the priest was kidnapped, the police were involved. They were looking for him, blah, blah, blah. They find his body in another community within Kaduna State. Whew. He was just a priest doing the work of his father, and somebody that the church trusted to be around him did this to him. You see why sometimes we used to say, be careful with strangers. We even teach our children those things. Be careful with strangers and all of that. And I used to tell people, I say, see, the word betrayal is, you can't use the word betrayal when it comes to a stranger. A stranger does not have the capacity to betray you. It is people that know you. They know you very well. They laugh with you, they eat with you, you trust them and all that. They are the ones that have the capacity to betray you. So the question comes to this point. Is it poverty really that is causing some of these things? Or it is just greed? Because in my opinion, if you need 200,000, you could have even begged. If you go to the priest and say, oh, sir, I need 200,000. If he says he doesn't have, maybe he will say, okay, take this 10 or take this 20. You go to other parishioners in the church, and you beg them. It is more honorable than this that you have done. You have carried a lifetime of judgment, earthly judgment and heavenly judgment on yourself and your generation. That's what you have done for the greed of money, ridiculous amount of money, and no amount of money that you need justifies this. So again, I ask, is it poverty really? Because a lot of people will say, it's because of poverty. The reason why I suddenly am living this lifestyle or doing this I'm doing, because nobody helps me. It's poverty. Please, I'm begging us. I don't think it's really poverty. It is coming from a place of greed, pressure, wanting to meet up, wanting to do, live a lifestyle that is higher than us, that is bigger than us at this point. Wanting to measure up, wanting to compete with people that are not competing with us, especially with the coming of social media. Pressure to meet up and live and take the perfect picture, wearing the best of clothes, of money that you don't have. Let us do better, please, people. All right? Thank you. God bless you.